everyone, welcome to another reading vlog. The book I'm reading is The Mill on the Floss by George Eliot. The annotation themes clearly show this is going to be an emotional read. I prefer going into the book blindly, but I do know that it's a coming of age story, so I'm pretty much excited. The book is divided into three volumes, and each volume is divided into a number of books, as you can see. Because I loved reading Middlemarch, I have high expectations from this one. Just look at the amount of annotations I've already done. I started reading it during weekends, and because the story is so engaging, I just flew through book one. Now, moving to book two, I am just reading it so quickly. It's day two in my reading journey of The Mill on the Floss, and as you can see, it's past 2:30 a.m. and I'm still reading the book because our main character Maggie is just so adorable. To be honest, things are not going good with her. Everyone surrounding her seems to neglect her and she feels sad every day. All she wants is for her loved ones to love her the way she loved them. Unfortunately, that's not happening. She's trying so hard to make her brother happy, who I think matters the most to her, but he seems to be too strict with her and hardly gives her the attention she craves. I am enjoying getting to know Philip as a character as well. Just like Maggie, he is too kind hearted for this world. After reading about an hour, I started to feel drowsy, so I went to sleep. It's like even if I'm not reading, I am thinking about the characters I was reading. So, this is yet another day with a book I can't seem to stop reading. I don't think I can read a book without annotating them. I just love annotating because it helps me capture my thoughts while reading. Because when you are scribbling on the margins of the pages, you are talking to yourself, basically self reflecting. George Eliot is actually making me think a lot. I have a strong feeling it will be a 5-star read. It's all about family, so you can call The Mill on the Floss a family saga. Maggie is actually having a hard time with life, to be honest. She's going through a lot of ups and downs in her life, and she is basically struggling through it. But she's trying her best to be as strong as possible. This is about a week since I began reading The Mill on the Floss, and I think I have made a good progress. Reading classics can be intimidating sometimes, but trust me, it's all worth it. Just trust the process, just trust what the author has in for you, and you will not be dissatisfied in the end. In my opinion, you get to learn a lot more from just one classic novel as compared to many other fiction novels that are out there. Classic novel changes you as a person in all the good way possible. It makes you more empathetic, it makes you more human. Things are actually getting harder and harder for Maggie, and here you can easily see that the book is ending on a very sad note. Moving on, so much has already happened in volume 1 that going into volume 2, I am a bit scared. Given the fact that I've already read one novel by George Eliot, I am aware of her writing style, and she does make a lot of comparisons between men and women and their rights in their time. The bond between Tom and Maggie is an important plot of the novel. There has been ups and downs throughout their relationship. Maggie did all she could to make her brother love her. The only thing that matters is that they are there to support each other in the end. I just can't stress enough the love between a brother and his sister is depicted so beautifully in this novel. Reading The Mill on the Floss has been quite a deep read for me because of the questions it keeps pinging me with, and I keep jotting them down in these little sticky notes and in between the margins, basically wherever I find space to write my thoughts on. Well, one more reason why I annotate my books is because it helps me remember the story for a longer and longer period of time. Basically, it's like having a conversation with the author. You can ask a question, respond, agree, disagree, or comment on what has been said and how it has been said. I actually took a bit longer to read book 3, but that's okay. Now we are moving to book 4, which I finished reading quickly. Moving on to book 5 now. Whenever I do find a pretty line or quote that resonates with me, I have to doodle them. I catch up with most of my readings during weekends because I'm free all day, but it's also because I prefer reading at night. Reading at night is blissfully therapeutic for me. Coming on to the story, if you had to choose between the love of a lifetime and the relationship with your family, who would you pick? Hypothetically speaking, it might be an easy answer, but trust me, when it comes to real life, it's not an easy pick. The Mill on the Floss is all about that one pick for Maggie. It's all about that one single choice that Maggie has to make, whether she's going to choose the love of a lifetime or she will sacrifice the same for her family. Just when I thought it's going to be a happy ending, the author had it all shattered for me. He gave us a sad ending to this beautiful story. But we all love reading sad novels, don't we? I loved reading this book and I highly, highly recommend it. Thank you so much for supporting my reading hobby. See you in the next video. Bye bye.